Welcome to a new week. This week, Calamity Jess did not strike, but we still had one hell of an adventure because Bebe over there got stuck in a sand dune. Stay tuned, we'll tell you all about it. We're in the desert. We spent the night here last night. We had some chores to do in Zagora. We didn't leave that early. There was another family at the campsite. They had a birthday party that we were invited to. So we ended up going to that. It was great for Isla to have some child time and a bit more time in the pool. Then we had to go and get water. Then we bought a rug for Bebe. Then we drove and we left Zagora. We drove down towards Mohammed on the road and then veered off the road and came across the desert. Plan for today, head that way. We are heading to Erg Chigaga. That's the plan. We are going to drop the tyre pressures a little bit lower. We dropped them to come in onto this and we put them down to what we had last time we were on some soft sand, but we think it's going to get softer still. And we incurred the wrath of the internet last time for not taking them down apparently low enough, despite not getting stuck. So we're going to take them down lower this time.
So we've been out and about this afternoon having a little drive, playing the dunes, and we were, to be honest, struggling a little bit on how we could get closer into the big dunes that we could see because we just wanted to go and explore them. And we were heading back along the track and we just literally met a guy who was driving along, a guy called Ali, who very kindly then said that he could show us a point where we could get in a bit closer, and we could also park there if we wanted to, which was great. So we hopped back in and headed off with him, and we literally are now on camels heading up into the dunes. So they very kindly said that we could they could organise a camel ride for us. So here we are. This is parent life. Pack horse. When the little legs get too tired, onto the shoulder she goes. Usually not mine. Dave's been an absolute legend. See how long this lasts for. He's doing a stellar job there.
So this is the top of desert atmosphere. And I have to say, this is the atmosphere of the desert. I like it. Because it is silent, absolutely silent. As some of you might be aware, maybe you figured it out, that I'm a professional photographer. That's what I do as a job. And so we're in the dunes here in Morocco. This is Erg Chigaga. And we're here not just because it's a beautiful place to come and visit and the silence is, well, it's incredible. It's also just a lot of fun to go and drive around, but also because I've got a client who has requested some dune pictures. So it's coming close to sunsetty time. I know it's about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the evening. It's probably about 7:30. Jess is putting Isla to sleep. And I'm out walking, trekking, bag on my back, camera on my hip. And I'm looking for some spectacular views to photograph. I'm looking for texture, beautiful sinuous lines. Obviously as the sun's going down, you're starting to get the shadows falling across the dunes. It always makes for great pictures. But it's still about 30 degrees. It's a bit hot. And if you've ever been to a sand dune, or a dune field, or an erg, or a desert, it is very, very easy to get disorientated and lost. So I've got water so I don't dehydrate, and I have saved the location that we've parked Bebe on my Garmin watch, so that should I get completely disorientated or caught up in the moment of taking pictures and forget where exactly we parked, I can find my way back.
my lover.
So we were having a little bit of a play through the sand dunes, and it's going really well. Until it was not going really well. That might have been a bit more than we could handle. So now we need to do some digging. A little bit of digging. A lot of digging. I think we could probably say that is the definition of beached.
So we're dug in up to the springs, suspension leaf springs, and I'm just trying to get the sand away from the leaf springs in the bottom of the chassis to then dig it back out through the drive shaft and then back out. Thankfully it's sand and it's actually moving quite quickly. There's just a fuckload of it.
So here is the problem. So it's certainly not as bad as mud, but how is it, Rob? Is it still pretty shit?
Many fucks will be said today.
And here is Jess, hard at it, unbeaching deep. Before anyone tells me that we should have had our tyre pressures lower, we have been running quite happily at these tyre pressures. We've got 45 on the front and 50 on the rear. They will be going down when we try to get out of here. But we've done, I don't know, 70, 80k through mixed sand dunes in the last couple of days at those pressures. We've had absolutely no issue. This is my fault, and it's not a tyre pressure issue. This was insufficient speed on the entry to account for the breakover in the middle. We didn't have enough speed to get momentum and gravity to take us fully over the top of it. It's entirely on me. It's not the tyre pressures. Progress. You can see light coming through the other side. Oh yeah. So it would appear Otis thought that wet sand would help, but he's literally just walked along the side of the truck, taking a piss where we're trying to go. Good job, Otis, idiot.
go, we made it out. One go, first go. A lot of digging underneath. Feet is apparently the trick. It's Dave deep.
More than Dave deep.
Way more than Dave deep. Thank God these guys turned up.
So these absolute legends are the guys you want if you get stuck anywhere in the dunes around Erg Chigaga, because they will turn up and with great strength of feet and bottles of ice cold water help get you out in no time at all. So they are starting in the middle.
Said, Adi, Lahsan. This is our keep of Hassi Samara. Hassi Samara camp. It's our keep for the desert tour, for assistance, for many things. Welcome.
So check out below in the description, we're going to put their phone number in there. If you find yourself in trouble, give these guys a call. It's not the A team you want, it's this team. So what did we learn? Well, we learned that we didn't need a great feat of strength, we needed great strength of feet, because that was the Moroccan superpower to clear all the sand from underneath very quickly. Who knew? A great strength of feet. Amazing. Well, it took 4 hours of us digging with shovels and 3 Moroccans, 20 minutes to finish off what we'd started really well, using an incredibly efficient technique of moving sand, which I'd never seen before, which was a great feat of strength. No, it wasn't. It was a great strength of feet. They were straight under the truck, using their feet to shift the sand out of the way. And as soon as we cleared all the sand that was touching and we beached them, it was our big waffle boards in front of the front wheels. They were pretty free anyway. And dropped the rear tyre pressures to 35. Boom! Straight out, like a box.
Jag är en unicorn som ni får ett unicorn.
Okay. So in case getting stuck in the desert wasn't enough, we decided to add a little bit more fun to this week by having a new tank made. We'd said a few videos back that we wanted to get another fuel tank for Bebe. Her main fuel tank's 450 litres, but for a variety of reasons we decided we wanted another tank. We've had it made in Morocco because, I mean, great workmanship, and it was nice and cheap. The guy at our campsite that we're at the moment, Himi, camping Palmery de Amzrou, which is, side note, the best campsite in Zagora. If you're coming to Zagora, definitely come here, and he does a phenomenal mixed grill. He recommended a fabricator for us just up the way, 2,300 dirhams, and he's made us this mild steel tank with an entry point, with a tap drain point on the bottom, and he's painted it 2,300 dirhams. So at current exchange rate, it's about £180. In the UK, we couldn't even buy the steel for that. So step one in getting this new fuel tank fitted is that I've got to take this black skirt off, which gives access to those lockers. So that whole black skirt's got to come off. It's about 25-30 bolts. So I'll be dragging that out. Then I can remove the existing locker that's there. It's a question of undoing a few bolts. And at that point, all being well, I can just slot the other tank in place, bolt it in, we'll get the front back on, and we'll be bonza. Okay, so step one is done. All of the bolts are out. It's like 20 or 30 bolts. The ones on the back are really awkward. There's not a lot of clearance to be able to get a socket in there. So they have to be mold grips. But they're all done. Now, try and lift that front off and hope it all comes. Hope I haven't missed anything. Fingers crossed. Okay, so we have a little problem, which is that this light just here, see how I cable into the back of it, and I was hoping it was on Wagos. Okay, nice, just taped together. Good job whoever did that. Okay, so we're making good progress. We're very nearly there, the front's off, most of the bolts are up, but I've got 2 bolts that are kind of seized in. They're the ones holding the current locker in place, 2 of the 4. Seized in, and I've just tried getting them out and they've rounded off in the top. So I think let's get the angle grinder out and cut the bolt off. So a little bit of trusty angle grinder. So next step, this one, out. Look at that. Okay, so the problem, the reason it doesn't quite fit up there is because this original side light mount, I didn't realise was there when we got the dimensions. So it's supposed to come out almost to here, but it can't quite because of this. I'm going to have to cut that off, create space for the tank to go in. We have a tank in place. Let's drill a couple more holes through the locker rails, just here and at the back. But now it's in place, it's bolted in. So yeah, another 140 litres of storage. Now, I need to sort out this little bit of wiring, connect up the side light, and then get this back in place. Oh, I love working in tight spaces like this. And that's it. Our reserve fuel tank has been fitted. We took the old locker out, we got the side skirt off, we emptied everything out, we fitted the new one. There was some blood, there was a lot of sweat. There were no tears, there was a little bit of cursing, but it's done. We've now got a new 142 litre tank, which will act as a nice reserve tank of fuel, and we could not be happier. It's another job done.
So that's it for this week, folks. We've had an absolutely epic week.
Pretty fucking shit. So pretty shit. Many fucks will be said today.
I really do feel like we've gone from just one adventure to the other. We've done a camel trek up Erg Chigaga. We've done, before that, a huge amount of off-roading, which has been really, really fun. We got hugely hot and sweaty, but we also got stuck doing that, but we got unstuck as well, most importantly. And we had a ton of lessons learned as well. So yeah, now we're going to head off from this 40-degree sweatbox here, lovely as it is, and we're going to head north up into the Atlas Mountains for hopefully some slightly cooler temperatures. So firstly, a couple of thank yous. We want to say a big, huge thank you to Ali the Nomad for the amazing camel ride up Erg Chigaga and his fantastic hospitality when he invited us into his family home with his beautiful family on our way through Taganit back to Zagora. So thank you, Ali, again. And also to the absolute legends that got us out or helped us get out. Their details will be below. And if you ever get stuck in Erg Chigaga, you must give these guys a call. So that's a wrap, guys. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below and we'll see you next week. Bye for now. Ladies, overlanding can be a bit of a bumpy business, so always wear your sports bra.